Hello, just wanted to give a quick overview on an SCL 1000 that I just recently picked up. So I've only got about a couple hours worth of experience on this in particular, but I just wanted to give a brief overview of impressions and controls and so forth. So far, like I said, only a couple hours, but it's been quite a capable machine for its size and the ability to still go through small areas like a gate. It's about 2 foot 10 inches wide, which is perfect for getting those tight spaces, but still pretty capable, about 1,000 pounds of lifting force. The controls are pretty straightforward and simple. So for your forward and reverse, you're going to basically just have a single lever, which is hydraulically controlled. And for turning, you just twist the throttle, or excuse me, twist the lever to be able to maneuver. Your throttle position speed is right here, so you have slow and fast. And then your front bucket and your tilt controls are right here. Turn it on, just hit the power. We already have this unit, which is started up, so normally you get a Kubota logo as you start up, and it'll ask for a passcode, which is 4 digits. Just basically use the buttons to enter that in. It's also pretty easy just to go into the menu itself to change your passwords and manage, who has access and so forth. So no keys required, key fobs or anything like that, which my impressions before I purchased it that there were fobs or some other security measure, but apparently there's not. It's just a 4-digit code. The menu is pretty straightforward. You can also do changes in auxiliary hydraulic flow if you're running different tools, things like that. There's also a button right here, which if you have it in the off position, let's say you have a dead battery or some other issue where you need to get access to do some sort of maintenance and you need to get the bucket down, you're basically going to hold this down as well as the float function to be able to lower that. So if I just hit float, you can see nothing happens. If I hit the float and this button at the same time, it will drop down for you so you can get access. You have a 12-volt power port right here, which is nice, and I'll probably figure out a place to probably put a suction cup or something like that to put a phone or some other type of entertainment while I'm using it. Overall, it's pretty quiet. Typically, I like to use ear protection when using heavy equipment, but with this, it's been quiet enough that I haven't really felt the need for it. The radiator is right here, and it basically sucks in here, blows out towards the front. The hydraulic motor to run the traxer is actually exposed out here, all welded frame, which is nice. Overall, the handling's been pretty good, although getting used to the fact that it is a big giant teeter-totter when you're going over objects, you kind of have to be mindful of when you do get over or as you're getting over, it's going to want to tilt and kind of rock around on you. Not really used to that when running a tractor, but definitely with any of the track loaders, you're going to experience that. So can't really fault the machine itself for that. It's just something you gotta get used to, and the fact that you're balancing on the back by holding on to the machine kind of makes that more abundant. The bucket itself is a 36-inch. I also have pallet forks, and probably later on I'll go in and get some other attachments. It has a D-loop that swivels around for your hoses. Your connectors are right here. If you're running any auxiliary hydraulics for like a grapple or a trencher or any of those other devices. And the bucket to couple it, instead of like a skid steer where you're pulling up on a lever, you basically just twist this around, and then when you're done, just twist it and it locks it back in position. Pretty straightforward machine, nothing really complicated, but definitely a very nice piece of equipment. You also have your tie down points. You have one here the top, in the front. You have them on the loader arm, and then you also have a D-ring down at the bottom. If you have any questions or any other follow-up videos you'd like me to make, feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to show how this equipment works in the field, and also just kind of go from there.